Now I'm going to talk about education. Before coming to the stage, I thought a lot about the topic I want to talk about. First of all, climate crisis came to my mind. You may be wondering why I thought about climate crisis again while already did a presentation 2 months ago here on the stage. But you know what? I use every public opportunity to talk about climate crisis, and I will never ever give up. And after that, I thought I can also talk about gender inequalities or the daily language, which is discriminatory. In the end of my brainstorming, I had 3 different topics which are important for all of us. Suddenly, I realized that there is one common thing in these 3 different topics. It is the education. Because in the conclusion of these 3 different topics, I had to mention the importance of education. Then I said, why not talking about education and how it should be? So I'm here to talk about our education system, which is absolutely outdated. Firstly, we have to see the reason of this education system. After the Industrial Revolution, the industrialized society needed lots of workers for new job positions. And these workers should have 3 main qualifications in common. 1, they have to obey the rules blindly. 2, they shouldn't question their jobs. 3, they should be able to work for long hours. Can you even believe that we are still being educated in the same historical system which focuses on strict rules, long working hours, and it wants us not to think of the things we do or learn? Our current education system focuses on intelligence quotient. We have multiple choice-based exams, and these based exams once require us to memorize the things. And I'm sure the majority of the students agree that they forget most of the information after using them in exams. It's because of the wrong learning style we have in schools. However, it is critical to use IQ with emotional intelligence, emotional quotient, and resilience quotient for unleashing the students' fullest potential. If our education system includes both RQ and EQ together with IQ, then we can be more creative students. And creativity, analytical thinking, and experimental learning are some of the examples which should be included to the current system. Our education system makes life harder for some of the students who have also been continuing to their professional extracurricular activities such as sport, music, or art. Most of the students had to give up their professional careers, especially in their exam years, because of this education system. And I'm sure we have so many of them in this conference hall. Unfortunately, this is a terrible fact. We all have different talents and skills. Therefore, the system should value the personal characters and should be regulated considering the students' own skills. Yes, we may have lots of things in common, but actually we have totally different personalities. We shouldn't forget that we deserve respect to our own characters all the time. Because the world not only needs doctors or engineers, but also musicians, dancers, artists, and writers. I want to highlight the mental health problems which students face, because the mental health is directly and strongly related with our learning place, so it is our school. As I mentioned some deficiencies in our education system so far, it can be easily concluded that these deficiencies cause to have mental health issues, such as depression, anxiety, panic disorder, or eating disorder. On average, students study in the same system for over 16 years. Can you believe that? 11 years has passed so far for us. The world is changing, so we are changing also, but the system stays the same. Schools are supposed to help children grow into conscious, mature, and responsible adults. However, our education system tries to raise students who have similar characters, and it doesn't value the uniqueness of every student. To sum up, the system teaches what to think, not how to think. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says, investing in education is the most cost-effective way to drive economic development, improve skills and opportunities for young women and men, and unlock progress on all 17 Sustainable Development Goals. As humanity, we have to solve those problems, and it can't be solved without imagination, active citizenship, or creativity. If you want to develop as a country and contribute to the world, we have to let kids discover themselves and the world with passion and curiosity. Do remember, we may graduate from schools, but learning continues to end of our life. So, the first step should be learning how learning can be enjoyable. I wish you explore not only your initial soul, but also our beautiful planet. Thank you, stay with learning.